What is the true valuation of Tesla and what is its worth? Here's a little secret for you nobody knows. I don't think even Elon realizes that we are living in very strange times. Everyone is attempting to buy as many shares as they can and go all in, or they are waiting for the market to drop to 100 before investing fully. None of them are aware of this, and they are all basing their decisions on the same information. I have been ferociously hurling doubts and theories at them about X, reading every comment I receive, and examining the psychology of the community to understand where different investors are assuming the present circumstances differently, yet the vast majority will utter every cliché there is under the sun of why now it's the best time to load up on more Tesla shares, but their main reason, to summarize succinctly in one word, is patience. You just need to be patient, and you'll be rewarded heavily in the tester investor community. It is wrong to try and aim for short-term gains or ever take a profit. It means you don't deserve to be an investor if you're not willing to wait, and the community will even tell you to sell your shares if you're not happy with how Tesla is performing or the behavior of the CEO. Then Tesla isn't the right stock for you. Sell now. Now, firstly, forget the fact the stock is the same price from nearly 2.5 years ago already. That patience doesn't count. It's the future you have to be patient about, cause we will have bots. Everyone will want to buy a $25,000 bot that will do the laundry for you and clean your house, and Tesla will be worth $10 trillion. Then you get almost 20 times return. Every $50,000 you put in magically becomes $1 million in 2030. Oh wait, sorry, no, patience is also a moving goalpost. None of the fanboys still believe in the magical year of 2030 when all riches will be revealed. Instead, they believe that it will take until around 2035 or so. This means that in addition to needing patience, you also need to be patient with a moving goalpost. Everything just takes a little longer than we anticipated. But don't worry, Elon makes the impossible possible, albeit a little later than he says, because he will come through. We know this is true because Elon shares with us his personal anecdote about how he used to be late for the bus as a child. If someone has been late for the bus, then they will undoubtedly be late delivering things that are impossible. It all makes sense. In fact, not all bulls have moved their goalpost. I'm not kidding. He stated that Tesla will continue to produce 20 million vehicles annually by 2030. With an ASP of $45,000. I've stated numerous times that I don't believe in the mission, and that Tesla might still be a valuable company if it can continue to produce about 5 million cars annually, but these days I find it difficult to see even that route, and no one even seems to care because it's really about FSD. FSD will save the day because, despite all of their profits, Tesla is an AI robots firm that is also referred to as the next bubble. Yes, FSD is making great improvements each time we see it get better and better, which actually means nothing at all. It seems to be only me countering this rhetoric, but progress on FSD means nothing. It's not quantifiable, by which I mean it is no indication as to how much closer it is to being solved, and obviously Elon is the worst indicator on that too. With so many false promises in the past, what matters isn't how far it's progressing from where it was. Even if FSD2 is twice as good as FSD1, it's still meaningless unless we know how far left we have to go. I seem to be the only person who's come up with something measurable. I think it needs to be capable of driving perhaps about 7,000 consecutive times without crashing. A human drives perhaps 700 times a year. Remember, people drive to work and back from work, and how often do they crash? Perhaps every 10 years. Then that's about 7. 000 drives are out crashing. Our current average FSD drive might be 2 without crashing. Some people might have experienced 5 or so in some of the areas like San Francisco where Tesla has a lot of data, but remember, even if they achieved 5, that would be the top score. And we're talking about averages, and many people have never even observed that after one drive, we didn't need to stop FSD from crashing, so maybe we don't need 3,000 times. I can't value FSD into Tesla because it's not even close. It's just an impressive ADAS system. The real value is when you can watch YouTube in it and not pay attention to the road. As for robots, well, we aren't even close to any AI with that yet, so pointless discussing and energy wasted. Improvement, like I said, means nothing if FSD2 is twice as good as 11. This fact still remains to be refuted by thousands in the community. The story is that it's getting better and better, but I don't comprehend these individuals. I keep claiming that Q1 2023 used less energy than Q4 2023, that there has been no advancement in the past year, and that Model Y cars have obviously struck beyond saturation, with inventory at all-time highs and prices that will unavoidably have to drop at some point this year. Free Highland has done very little to boost demand from China. As far as we know, the price of the Highlander in the US increased by 1,000, and there was also manufacturing downtime that reduced output. It looks like supply the Cybertruck is having a lot of problems. There is nothing new coming out aside from the Legend compact car, which I don't think will happen anytime soon, and which I don't have high hopes for either. It has sharp, dangerous edges, can't be driven in the rain, needs to be cleaned constantly, and is useless for towing any distance. It also doesn't seem to be ramping up, and we are already about 10% or 20% of the way through the alleged 2 million back order. However, even if it doubles that amount, what will still be? Producing 2.5 times as many cars as Tesla, why is Tesla worth so much more than Toyota? Oh, and there's another problem by Q1, taxpayer credits and subsidies made up about 90% of Tesla's revenue. These could stop at any time, especially if Trump were to take office, because he has strong feelings against electric vehicles and could put pressure on Tesla to continue in that manner, which would leave the company with negative free cash flow. Although I'm not sure how likely this is, it doesn't change the fact that Tesla will soon only be profitable because of taxpayer support. So how much is Tesla worth? Well, if you add up the intrinsic value I mentioned above, it's probably between $50 and $100 billion. Many people have a target price of $69, but the company would only be valued at that if investors saw it that way. You don't have to get into the psychology of what everyone else believes. They think that even though he is God and can accomplish anything, even if it's late, I'm not sure why. Although Tesla had a significant advantage over its competitors, others are now catching up to and surpassing it, particularly the Chinese. Since Tesla had a significant advantage over its competitors in terms of capital and engineers, they should have achieved some amazing development. It makes sense that these ardent admirers of Dai can only see hope for this amazing, clean, renewable future and the possibility of becoming multimillionaires they can never let go of. It feels like they belong to a cult, and I know this because I was a member of one myself. I'm still very emotionally attached to Tesla, even if starting a business has helped me focus my goals elsewhere. Nevertheless, I still find it difficult to let go. Perhaps I'm mistaken, and these people can see it. This is a trader's dream given how volatile the stock is and how crazy Elon is. I'm just going to keep trading it either way for the time being. Tesla's value is based on these people's dreams who think that Tesla will go to the moon or Mars or whatever. I'm not saying these people are stupid either, some are very intelligent. However, X has definitely built an echo chamber, and anyone who goes against it, GE. Sentimentality like that when it comes to investing is a collectivist society. I'm trying to avoid X as much as possible now and focus on my business because I think it's a huge waste of time, addictive, and feeds cheap dopamine, which I think is unhealthy anyway. L sentiment fluctuates depending on a variety of factors, but as I mentioned earlier, Tesla's profits can't increase significantly in the short to medium term, so the stock price can only rise so much before it becomes absurd. As for the most recent buying opportunity, I'll admit that I didn't get it as long as we're excluding derivatives, but I wasn't in a rush because everything was pointing to a significant sale on the stock price after Q1. Thank you, and please remember to subscribe and give us a thumbs up.